Cocaine USA just sent me a really nice 1/4" drive tool haul. So let's open these up and see what we got. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. Cocaine USA just sent me quite the tool haul here, as you can see. These are all 1/4" drive, and I'm really excited about this, and I really love this brand. Now, some of you might not be familiar with the brand Cocaine. This is a Japanese brand, and they're known for quality. Their ratchets have very low back drag, and one of the things that's pretty unique that they seem to have mastered is the nut grip technology. I'll talk about that here in a minute. But the first time that I found Cocaine tools was by watching YouTube videos, just like you're doing now. And the first tool that I picked up was this 3/8 drive ratchet, and I really like it. I also saw this on a Project Farm video, or at least the brand. I love that they have very little back drag. This is just a little quick spinner that I use with this. And I do like the quick release button. They also make a non-quick release version, but this flex head ratchet, this is kind of my go-to ratchet. And that's part of what leads me into this haul here, which is all 1/4" drive. A lot of the videos that I've made, I talk about the fact that I mostly use 3/8 drive. I'm working on, engines and cars and whatnot, and 3/8 is usually my go-to. Of course, I use 1/2" drive and 1/4" drive as well, just not as much as 3/8 drive. Now, a few of the comments in some of the videos said that I should really try out some of the 1/4" drive stuff, that I'd probably be pretty happy with it. The fact that it is smaller for tighter access, which is something that we're running into a lot now, and also the fact that it is lighter and it's easier to swing. I have been using a lot of the 1/4" drive size ratchets with a 3/8 drive anvil, and I do like to use those as well. But here we are, we've got this really nice 1/4" drive haul, and let's just get right into it. So the first one here is this ratchet. This is part number 2726Z. It is a 1/4" drive ratchet, 72 tooth. Now, I don't think that there is a quick release version in the 1/4" drive. Pretty sure about that. I've looked and searched on their website and didn't see anything like that, but this is a perfect little ratchet. And of course, it's got that really, really smooth mechanism, very little back drag. Just to let you know, the switch or the lever is different than a lot of the US based ratchets. If you switch the lever like this, that's actually going to be counterclockwise to loosen, and if you switch it back this way, that is to tighten. That's clockwise. So it's opposite of what some of you might be used to. I've been using Cocaine tools for quite a while now, and I'm already used to it, so it's really not a big deal. I'm really glad that they sent me the flex head. It has a little detent, if you can see that right there. There's a little ball in there, so it will actually stop when it's straight, and it goes all the way back either way. Perfect little ratchet. Now, let me show you, I've already picked up the 3/8 drive in the 1/4" body, but this one is the non-flex head. So I'm really happy that they sent me the flex head. And of course, the fact that it is the 1/4" drive anvil, which is what this video is all about and what I'm looking forward to using. So that's the ratchet. Now let's jump up here to this one. This is the universal. Part number on this is 2771Z. And there it is. What this is a universal joint, but it is pinless. Now, the ordinary ball type of universal joint still has a pin in it. Cocaine universal joints are connected with mutually engaged hexahedrons. This connection disperses the load across the whole outer circumference. But the idea behind this is these are just a lot smoother than a typical pin style or the swivel type or pivot type. So that's the universal. Again, this is the single universal, which brings me to the next item right here. This part number is 2772Z. And this is a double universal joint. I did take a look at this in the 3/8 drive as well, and really love using it. Between the two ends here, that allows for 60 degrees of angle. And again, I showed this in the other video, but you can always connect that to the single, and then you have a triple, almost a 90-degree turn with a really smooth fluid movement. Just of course depends on what you're working on. You can always use a Wobble extension on there and really get crazy if you'd like. All right, moving right along, let's take a look at this. They sent me the shallow socket set. This is a 12-piece set. The part number in this is RS2400MZ/12. The rail that this comes on is magnetic. That's pretty handy. You can set this on a fender. It's also nicely rubberized. You can set it right down on a car or whatever you're working on. The sizes here, it has 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8. It skips 9, then goes right to 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I know I asked last time if any of you ever used 9mm, and some of you did chime in on a couple things, but pretty rare that you do need a 9mm, so it's not something that I'll really miss. I do think I have a couple 9mm and some other no-skip socket sets, but this has really got you covered. I mean, a 12-piece right there, all the way up to 14. Let's take a look. Just pull off one of these and put it on our new ratchet. So again, we're always talking about tight access. Let's take a look at the overall depth with a socket on there. You're at 25 millimeters. Just to give a quick comparison, let me grab a 3/8 drive. Here is the Coke N with the Coke N socket in the 3/8 drive. Now it's still a low profile socket there, but we're at 35.1 millimeters. As I mentioned, I have a lot of these 3/8 drive anvils in the smaller 1/4 inch body. So let's go ahead and compare that and put on the 3/8 drive socket. Again, I was really excited about the fact that it's so low profile, but really you can't compare to 1/4 inch, because take a look at that, 30.8. Actually, I'm not even measuring it with the button. With the button, we're at 32.4. With that quick release button, of course, it does stick out just a little bit, but not nearly as shallow or as tight as this one here. If you're really going for the tightest access, it sounds like the 1/4 inch is going to be the best option. Now, if you notice, even on the smaller sizes, there's a little bit of a recess there so that you can get your fingertips around that socket and pull it off. So even though it is a non-quick release, you can still pull that off, even if you do have some greasy fingertips. The next item we've got is a deep socket set. This is also a 12-piece set. The part number is RS2300MZ/12. And the sizes on this set are the exact same as the shallow set. It's 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, skips 9, goes to 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. These are very nice. Again, comes on a nice rail, which is magnetic. Now, of course, the machining on these smallest sizes doesn't go quite as deep as the larger sizes here, but these look really nice. They're so narrow overall, really narrow profile compared to some of the other smaller sets that I have. Let's pull off this one right here, this 4 millimeter. Overall length on this, 50 millimeters. Oh, by the way, I didn't check the overall length on this socket here. Overall length on the shallow socket is 15 millimeters. All right, next let's jump up here up top. We've got a couple extension sets. This first one here is the Wobble Fix extension. And I did look at the 3/8 drive version of these Wobble Fix extensions and really like them. Part number on this is PK2763/6. We'll take a look at those. We've got quite a few options here. So we've got a 28 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 100 millimeter, 150, 200, and 250 millimeter. Now these are the Wobble Fix design. Let's pull off a socket here. So what that means is, if you put it on initially, it has that rotation or that wobble, and then if you push it on all the way, it becomes fixed. Now, some people don't like the Wobble Fix design. I am one of those people that did not like it originally, because a lot of times I would need the wobble function, and so I would have it at wobble and I'd be, going down to reach on a fastener, and then, I'd bump that and it would go to fixed. This seems like it takes a little bit more effort. You really have to press it a little bit harder to get it to go to the fixed position. Now they also have a really nice knurling on the back. You can see it's like a segmented type of knurling. The thing that I like about that is that this is less likely to roll off of a workbench, but it also allows you to get a really good grip on that and spin the fastener on. So there you go. That's the Wobble Fix. And we also got a standard extension set, or a fixed extension set. This is the PK2760/6. Let's pull these out and take a look as well. And there you go. Now these are all the same sizes as the Wobble Fix extensions: 28, 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250. They have the same knurling, which I really like in the extensions here. And these, of course, are just going to be a standard fixed extension. But again, you've got so many here that you could link all of those together and really get at some of those crazy fasteners that are deep in an engine bay. I mean, even just linking a couple, this feels nice and solid. I would trust that with a pretty good amount of torque. But there you go, pretty straightforward extension. I love that it comes with that many, and I am set as far as extensions now on the 1/4 inch drive. So let's set this one aside. And moving on to this right here, this is a nut grip socket set in the 1/4 inch drive. Part number on this is RS2450MS/11. It is an 11-piece set. These are the nut grip sockets that I mentioned earlier. These are amazing. Now, when I first learned about these nut grip sockets, I thought, well, it's kind of a gimmick, but that might come in handy every once in a while. These hold on to nuts and bolts without using magnets or, stuffing a little piece of paper in your socket like we've all done. I thought, well, kind of gimmicky, but maybe I'll use it every once in a while. I was wrong. I use these all the time. I really love the nut grip sockets. These are actually some of the first nut grip sockets that I purchased directly from Koken USA. I also got that universal with the hexahedron design on the 3/8 drive, but I ended up using these so much that I also ended up getting more of them in the 3/8 drive, and I love them. I use them all the time. I can't tell you how much time they save just from eliminating the possibility of dropping a nut or bolt into an engine bay. That can just take you so much time to search and hunt and find it. Of course, we've got the magnets and the reaching tools and all that stuff, but I mean, if you can avoid dropping that nut or bolt in the first place, that'll save you a lot of time. Here's a 14mm head bolt. You can see it just holds that in there. It works perfect. It works really, really well. I mean, it's not so tight that you can't pull it out, but if you're trying to reach down and get that started, it holds it exactly like you would want it to. Now, I don't know if you can see a close-up in there, but there are these little ball bearings that are held in place by this spring on the outside. You can see that those ball bearings are on opposing flats so that they're across from each other. Some of the other designs that I've looked at, they have stacked ball bearings, and those seem to work okay, but I really like the Koken. It seems to be the most reliable, and I really, really like using these. I'm telling you guys, I use nut grip sockets all the time. Let's do a quick comparison. In the nut grip, 1/4" drive are 22mm. Now here's a 3/8 drive shallow nut grip. There you go. These are 27mm. So there is a little bit of a difference there just in the depth of that nut grip socket. So one more argument for the 1/4" drive versus the 3/8 drive. And again, when working with a 1/4" ratchet, you know, your overall depth on this is going to be less. It's going to be 32mm. Compare that to the 3/8 drive ratchet with the 3/8 drive nut grip socket, you're looking at 41mm. So there is quite the difference between the two. Again, and that is another really good argument for the 1/4" drive. These will come in very handy. Let's set that down and move on to the next item here, which is also nut grip, but these are mid-length sockets. The part number on this is RS2350X/11. Again, an 11-piece set. The sizes on here, 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I ever need that 9mm and a nut grip, I've got it now. Let's take a look here. Sometimes a shallow socket's not enough, and if you put an extension on, it's too long. That's where the mid-length sockets really do shine, and these look perfect. They look like they're gonna work great. Let's take a look at this one here real quick, just to get an idea on what the depth is. You're looking at 32. Looks like they're all the same. Let's grab a short extension here and a 14 on this nut grip here, just to see what the difference is. So there you go. Even with the shortest extension on the short nut grip, you're at 42.5. So that's where this mid-length really does come in handy. 32mm. It's just, you know, you never know really exactly what depth you're gonna need. I mean, even with the shortest extension, it's just maybe too long for whatever job you're working on. So that's where these mid-length sockets really do come in handy, and I'm really happy that they sent these to me. Let's pop that back on. Now, as far as these socket rails here, you'll notice that there is a difference. These are just the little cheap ones, and I did get these on some of the other Koken sets that I bought. What I did was just upgrade. This is just a cheap socket rail that I picked up, and it's not as nice as these Koken ones that have the magnetic back. So see, these are nicer, but this is still better than this little cheap metal one. So I'll probably upgrade both of those rails, but that's just how they come. Okay, well that brings us to our very last item over here, and this is one that I was actually really excited about. These are the universal with a nut grip in the 1/4" drive. They're also the hexahedron style of universal, the pinless design, not the old style. So this part number is RS2441MZ/5. It's a 5-piece set. Now this one does come on the nicer rail, but it's not a small rail. It's got these extra spaces, but I'm happy about that because take a look. I've got these extra accessories that I can just snap onto this same rail, and that's probably where I'll keep them just to make sure I don't lose anything, just like that. Take a look at that. That is the universal, really nice, smooth hexahedron design. It's just a really fluid motion. And it's the nut grip as well. I mean, what more could you ask for? Look at that. It holds it. You can get just about any angle. you add your extensions and you can get to anything. I mean, if you're working on something underneath a dash, I was doing a brake booster not too long ago, and it was a pain trying to get the nut or bolt started, and they just kept falling off, or I'd take them off and they would fall. It just makes the job take longer. If you've got the universal with the nut grip, I mean, that is a game changer. This really will solve a lot of those problems, a lot of those access issues. The fact that you won't be dropping nuts and bolts in an engine bay or even under a dash when you're trying to work on something. I'm so excited about this, if you can't tell. Sizes on these are 8, 10, 12, 13, and 14. Even if you add that to that double universal, I mean, take a look at that. You've got a really nice fluid arc. If you had to, it just depends on what you're working on. Sometimes we do have to wiggle around stuff or get stuff on a really weird angle. Those fan control servos and switches and motors underneath the dash that, change zones and whatnot, they're really hard to get to. And so having something like this, I think it would be an 8mm, but trying to get something off or on under a dash can be a bit of a pain. We've got our hands contorted, even sometimes laying down upside down. And so having the flexibility of this universal along with the nut grip, that really is going to make your job easier. And that's what I love about that. Really one of the coolest tools and one of the neatest designs. Now, I just wanted to give you a quick comparison. This is the 3/8 drive, but this is the older style of the universal. It still has the nut grip, which I love using these. But the difference is that design is the traditional style of universal. These work fine, but you can see that they do bind a little bit more than this style here. This style is just so much smoother and so much more fluid than the older style here. And the fact that, look at this. I know that we're talking 3/8 to 1/4 inch, but that's the 10mm in the 3/8 drive and the 10mm in the 1/4 inch drive with the hexahedron universal design. Big difference in the overall length on that. The 10mm hexahedron universal and 1/4 inch, just over 30mm, and then the 10mm universal in the 3/8 drive, 46mm. So quite the difference. So there they are. That's the universal in the 1/4 inch with the nut grip. This is one of the things that I was most excited about getting, and they completely lived up to my expectations. I'm very excited to start using these. Now, of course, the 1/4 inch drive is not going to ever replace my 3/8 drive tools or sockets or wrenches that I use, but I can definitely see the application, and I can see the benefit of using 1/4 inch drive. Some people are commenting that, it's less fatigue, everything's a little bit more compact and lighter, easier to use. And they've also said I'd be surprised with how much torque 1/4 inch drive stuff can handle. Now, of course, we're not going to go working on any heavy equipment or large machinery with this, but there are a lot of applications where the 1/4 inch drive is going to be the preferred choice. Whether you're working on bicycles or small engines or even some electronics or computer repair, a lot of this small 1/4 inch stuff will be better suited to some of those jobs. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. And I also just want to say thank you so much to Cocaine USA for sending all of this to me. Now, of course, I'll get a link in the description where you can pick these all up at cocaineusa.com, but I'm also going to put a coupon code up here on the screen for you. It's Dan the Fix-It Man 10, and that will get you 10% off site-wide at cocaineusa.com. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.